Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week 8 of the Minnesota Varsity League Valorant season. It has been quite an epic journey to get here. Joining me on the broadcast tonight, my two pals, Friendzone and MCAT. How are we feeling tonight, guys?
Feeling pretty good, honestly. I'm really excited about the games we've got today. We've got a couple fights for seed positions going on tonight, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's super
MCAT?
exciting seeing the regular season come to a close as we enter into the season of state. And I'm just super excited to see where everyone goes. And we've got two amazing teams playing tonight with super amazing records, super amazing players, and it's going to be a good way to close it out.
For sure. I mean, the teams that you're talking about, obviously all four squads tonight boasting some impressive records, 5-2 or higher coming in. So some serious state contenders. All these schools will be making an appearance come state finals. They've done such a good job throughout the regular season. So that's got to be a little bit of a relief, right? Going into your final game of the season. A lot of teams don't have that luxury. They're still kind of got that sweat trickling down the back of their neck. Like, hey, man, this is a must-win game if we even want a chance, and then they're relying on other teams to lose. It's just not a good spot to be in. So to kind of have that under the belt, you're good. You got state booked, and now it's just finishing out the season right? It's about seeding and it's about placements, and we're gonna see ex-state champion team Apple Valley opening us up tonight. Friend Zone, excited to see what these guys are made of, or what?
Of course I am. They always put on a great show every time we've seen them. In past seasons, they've always done really well. And they have a kind of a killer lineup coming in tonight. So I'm looking forward to what they do.
For sure. Yeah, we've seen a few times this season Apple Valley been on the unfortunate end of some substitute play, right? Missing out some key players, but overall still coming through with a 6-1 record. I think goes to show how talented this school is, right? It doesn't really matter who is playing on this team at the end of the day. Their teamwork is just pretty far above the rest of the competition, right? It's shown through and through, and they continue to stay at the top of the heap. What are you looking for, MCAT, from Lakeville North to kind of spice up the play tonight to give themselves a real shot against a squad like Apple Valley?
Realistically, I think they have everything that they already need. I think they have definitely a shot against these guys. They're both very competitive teams, and the scores are very similar. But as we know, Apple Valley is just kind of a raid boss, if you want to put it like that. But overall, either way, whoever wins or loses, still both making an appearance at state finals. Realistically, Lakeville North can just use this as a learning experience because we don't know, maybe they'll see them in the bracket when it comes to finals.
Right. Yeah, Lakeville North, one of those teams that we haven't seen too many times on stream over the course of this regular season. Apple Valley has had a few appearances, and we all know what this team's capable of based on the last two seasons. It's pretty hard to not know what you have coming at you in store dealing with a squad as notorious as Apple Valley when it comes down to Valorant. So for Lakeville North, I think that added boost of playing a number one team, it really does kick in, right? You got to rev yourself up. You got to get ready as a team and really band together. That's the only way you're going to be able to come in with the mental fortitude to take on an ex-champion, the likes of Apple Valley, right? There are still some key pieces amongst this team. Santi, Etan, Karumi. Even Why Not and Vici stepping in as the two newer guys have still done an amazing job with this team. So I'm always excited and kind of revved up myself to get ready to cast a team like Apple Valley.
Yeah, and
Looking
that's the
forward to
thing
it.
is coming from a player perspective. Honestly, I went against Apple Valley a few times last year, and they did some good stuff. They did some work to our team. They kind of put us on the ropes. There was a lot of VOD review days where we were looking at that game specifically multiple times over to see how they were moving around because we knew right away that they were state contenders. So seeing them do the same and carry it over into this season is quite impressive.
Absolutely. And it's such a short list of teams that have been able to take out this Apple Valley squad, right? Minnetonka being realistically the only team to hand them an L so far. So for all of these other teams, still trying to be that second team to make it happen, folks, we get ready to head into game right here, right now. Still trying to figure out what map we're going to. It's an unknown. It's Icebox. the map that we just vanquished to the Shadow Realm. So the nostalgia kicking in early here at Friend Zone. Excited to be heading into Icebox, though.
Of course I am. You know, we got Lakeville North taking this game super seriously, coming in with the picks right away. And then we've got Apple Valley hovering Yoru across the board,
Yeah,
throwing us for a bit of a loop.
I like that, though. You know, they're having their little laugh at the start. Now, one at a time, going down the roster. I like the slow reveal, all right? Some style coming through. The Gecko for Santi showing his pretty new face. I have mixed feelings because the Gecko portrait still doesn't look like the rest of the portraits in the game. It looks like handsome Squidward, if you want me to be honest. You know, doesn't he just kind of look like a sculpture down there with the moss head on top? I mean, come on now.
A little bit of the uncanny valley coming out right here.
I love a handsome Squidward, though. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, not at all. But just compared to everything else that's there, it does definitely throw you off a bit.
Man, oh man, excited to get into it. Kurumi repping the new bundle player card. So I think we might get a little bit of a showcase of some of those sick new arcade skins that we were just checking pre-game. Man, oh man, Riot has outdone themselves with this new bundle.
For the low price of $120, you can get some sick throwback skins.
Me $1,000,000! Yeah, that's about what Mr. Krabs was thinking when he saw this bundle drop, man, dude. It's just nuts, you know, like 120. But this is definitely one of the most epic skin lines yet. Excited to see if Kurumi is boasting those. We'll have to check it out. Santi opening things up with the Dizzy from the rafters. As Apple Valley trying to make a fast push onto the A site. Full member moving lower dash into backside. E10 opens up the fragging with Why Not. And now LNHS in a 3v5 retake scenario.
Here we go already. Apple Valley coming in, showing their colors, doing quick work to Lakeville North's defenses. Looking forward to seeing this all game.
Zip up top, but look at this. Two defenders creeping their way up. Gonna drop the bomb planter. Now 3-on-3. Make it a 3v2. Santi quickly gets the man advantage back to ABHS status. Now, 50 seconds on the clock. Spike down top nest. Santi repping the new Ghost. Okay, there it is. Man, oh man. You got like the little NFT on the back of the gun too. Like, come on now.
It's so pretty.
Only $35, me good friend. Go ahead, fork it over.
Weeks of cutting lawns have gotten him to that point.
Absolutely. 10 lemonade stand sales later, and we got the new Ghost, ladies and gentlemen. Apple Valley find themselves a pistol round, but not a bad defensive effort from LNHS, right? It got down to a 3v3 for a second. They stopped the spike planter, their friend zone, and for a second it seemed like LNHS could have dragged that round back.
They could have for sure, honestly. I feel like if positioning was on their side in that moment, they could have definitely done some work, but at the end of the day, Apple Valley just tore apart Lakeville North.
Now getting ready to see what these defenses are looking for. You got 3 over towards the A site. And another quick A take, it seems to be on the cards for Apple Valley. Rotations already coming in from the defending side.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That seems to be the moniker we live by here at Mnvl.
Very true. Lots of these. Seems like to just apply as much pressure as possible, but Jasmine opens up the killing with a sheriff shot found. That's definitely a nice way to start your round after losing the pistol. Santi goes for the spike plant initiated. 2 players at the rafter mark, 2 players at the pit marker. Dizzy gets popped out of the sky. Retake commences. E10 finds one. Peachy makes it a second. Will Peach takes out E10 from some fall damage, but in the end, teammates will clean house. 2-0 lead for ABHS.
I'm liking it. You know, buy round worked in their favor, forcing it up a bit here. And now they have a 2-round lead going in on this Lakeville North team. Apple Valley coming in, showing why they're 6-1 on the season so far. And honestly, now Lakeville North has guns, so this should be a much closer round where the strategy is going to come into play, not so much the weaponry you have in your hands.
Yeah, AV now on what seems to be on paper the disadvantage, right? Weaponry, rifles, you got one Bulldog. Other than that, SMGs. See Jasmine trying to get some forward position. Will get spotted by that dart. Forced to fall back towards rafters, but Apple Valley have done something a little different. They have Killjoy on alert, so they wanted to start at A. Eats him with a beautiful headshot found on a Jasmine. Max Ryder takes out Karumi, and Vici finds one as well. Apple Valley in a 4v3 man advantage. And look at the defenders' positions here, friend zone. All three over towards the A site. Gonna have to be a full rotate to take this site back over.
This is not looking good. Down a man, and then you have to come and play retake too. This could be rough here.
Nice shots from Why Not. Tricky position. Nice jiggle peek out of Little Peach. 2v2 situation. 2 players at yellow. Gecko ulti's out. The timing in from Peach finds 2. And now Eaton left to clutch. 1 versus 2. He's got the positioning for it. He takes out the first. Gets the second as well for a 3K. Eaton on the bonus round will find the clutch for Apple Valley.
Just as it was looking like Lakeville North finally had a win under their belt, you have Etan coming in from Kitchen, getting 3 on that round. Well done to Apple Valley.
Absolute perfect positioning coming in from Etan. Had them both lined up, and he triggered Discipline the Sova just for a second to get a little closer. And he takes out Lil Peach, who had a great 2-piece at yellow. Timing through the Viper Orb for a second, it looked so good for LNHS there, friend zone. But Apple Valley, a team that can pull away a bonus round with just the start of a Sheriff headshot at the start of the round from Etan, right? I mean, crazy round for ABHS.
Right when Lakeville North needed a round win, they lose it, and now they are down on the econ and guns as well. Apple Valley is going to be in good position economy-wise for the next couple rounds here. So this is where Lakeville North really needs to kind of step it up a bit here.
Lakeville North now got to fight together. Gonna try to retake this B site. Not an easy one. Santi trying to get this plant down.
1 enemy remaining.
Will do so. Only 1 defender left. Max Ryder with a nice headshot found on E10. Trying to get some work done with the Marshall, but why not? We'll close out the round. 4-0 lead Apple Valley. LNHS will be coming back into it with a full economy for this next round.
Just oof, honestly. You know, Apple Valley is doing such a great job of rotating off site when it's looking a little bit harder to push onto that A site. And they go B, and it works perfectly for them. They know exactly how to dismantle this Lakeville North team.
Yeah, so far so good. I've been liking what I've been seeing from these attackers. Now, the defenders have the weapons they need to make some success happen on this defending side here. We can see Jasmine getting aggressive, going down 2 in mid. We'll have some information fast. Max Ryder opens up the killing onto Etan, and they know the A site is being sieged upon. Santi looking for a plant if possible. Wingman on the job.
Spike planted.
Nice entry, but LNHS, the man advantage here, friend zone. Things going to be tricky on this retake.
Yep, they do finally have that main advantage again, and honestly, it's just going to be a matter of if Apple Valley can hold it here, because if they can, it's going to look really good for them the rest of the game, but Little Peach is going to take out Karumi here.
Absolutely, and that leads us into a 5v3 situation. Apple Valley down 2 men now. Spike tapped, not being stuck on the defuse quite yet. The Killjoy utility biding time, but a Sage Wall in front of that Spike means that it's going to be tough to get him off the defuse. And they absolutely tear the Apple Valley attackers apart. Do they have time though? Wow. That can't close.
2 more seconds was all Apple Valley needed to have the momentum train continue on for them. But Lakeville North gets a much-deserved round win in this game, and now things are starting to heat up.
Yeah, and that was such a crucial round for our defending squad to find here, friend zone. If they had dropped that, the economy would have been reset again. They would have been looking at a save. So really happy that our defending squad could find around there, because now it gives them a chance to start building off of something. But Apple Valley is a tough team. They adapt after their losses. So will this defending squad be able to read what's coming up next on this attack? A same push down mid from Jasmine, which gains so much information, right? Nobody mid. Look at this Jet just creeping up through middle map. Killjoy turret will be here to spot, but Max Ryder, another first blood, absolutely tearing apart this attack right now. Back-to-back rounds here.
That first kill goes down, and then Lakeville North's Jet and Killjoy start to kind of rotate over, but then they realize, nah, we can catch some people coming mid as Etan goes down.
Absolutely. Beautiful placement of positioning right, friend zone. We see how they work that together, and now LNHS in the driver seat yet again. 5v3, 2 men up on this attack, and now time dwindling on the clock. Why not? Trying to sneak about towards this B site. Viper Wall coming in should alert our defenders that a hit is underway. 30 seconds, and now Apple Valley got to go, but why not goes down. Serene, the bearer of bad news. Wingman trying to get that bomb down, but
30 seconds left.
everybody dropping on AVHS. It's only one man up. Vici left with it all to do. Looking very difficult.
Difficult, but not impossible. You know, they do know where he is, but he is going to go down. But I mean, you know, Apple Valley has, I've seen them pull it back from way worse positions, so.
Yeah, you know, it's a close round. You got a little bit ahead of yourself on the A push. Rotate right back into a position where you didn't have too much coverage. Jasmine finds that punish, and now Operator coming out. Things starting to get a little bit interesting. Defenders really starting to get some key pieces to work into this defensive side here, friends on.
Yeah, now we have guns across the board. Econ's looking halfway decent. Lakeville North is really kind of looking to keep that momentum going up. You know, they lose those first 4 rounds, but then they're coming back with 2 now. A third here is going to definitely put Apple Valley in a little bit of a discouraging mood, I'll say.
Poison's off.
And now a complete kind of switch up in the cards here. Starting out towards this B site. Vici over towards the A site on the lurk here for AVHS. Defenders kind of stacked over towards the B side right now. So we're trying to take out some Killjoy utility, but doesn't quite hit anything there. Tucked over towards yellow. And Apple Valley decide to head on back over to the A site, but they are walking into this Jasmine Operator. But the timing is unbelievable right now. Jasmine goes to screens, drops off the angle, and is now rotating back in. Can they get the angle in time? Not going to happen. And now Apple Valley have the inside track.
And here we go.
Storm called in.
30 seconds left.
Ooh, goes awry, but we'll get the reset on Asante. Nicely played there. Asante, Wingman, gonna plant the spike.
Planted.
Serene finds 1E10 with a 2-piece. It's traded out now into a 3v3
Last player
situation.
standing.
But Apple Valley, clean house.
My goodness. That slow rotate definitely working out in Apple Valley's favor. You could see that B wasn't going to work out for them, so they decided to send the whole squad over to A, and it works in their favor.
Yeah, big switch up. They started towards B, and just, I mean, the timing on Jasmine rotating off of that was a world of a difference there, friend zone. Like, the Operator being posted up on the angle, ready for him, instead of taking the zip line and having to quick scope and get ready. Just huge dividends that Apple Valley made that rotation play happen. Timing worked out perfectly, and now they find themselves up 5-2 as they continue towards the A site.
Jasmine dropping those things there definitely shifted the tide of that round in favor of Apple Valley, and here we go, another opening kill for Kurumi.
Man, oh man. Killjoy ultimate coming down. Attackers setting their sights on the A site. Eaton repping that new Phantom as well. Looking solid. Doesn't quite spot the head of the individual. Already crept into screen. Etan gonna fall on back now. Decide to place off of his utility. Max Ryder goes for the resurrection back sight now. Ultimate coming through for Gecko. Will detain one. Max Ryder finds a key headshot onto a swinging AVHS member. Etan last alive in a 1 versus 4. Deck stacked against him. Finds the first two, but the third swing for Max Ryder is good for the 3K. Huge retake round for LNHS.
Had that monster on the loose coming in, looking like one of Lakeville North's members was going to get dropped, and then you had Max Ryder holding that angle to stop the Gecko from pushing out. Just a well done defense there from Lakeville North.
I mean, very well played. The retake, they were patient, they worked together, they get the resurrection back up, they hold for swings. I mean, LNHS really coming online here and giving us a bit of a matchup here, friend zone.
I'm really liking it. You know, it was looking like a one-sided affair, but now we got Lakeville North on the prowl, but an opening kill for Santi could potentially shift the tide of this round again, as it's looking like another A push.
Very solid start. Serene gonna take out Karumi to even up the tides 4v4. And now Apple Valley slowly creeping their way onto this A site. And nice shot from Why Not, gonna open things up here. But Apple Valley not committing and deciding to head back towards Bravo. We'll see if the defenders are patient, but it seems like Killjoy already starting to rotate over.
Could see him potentially pull back. Yep, it's looking like he'll go back through kitchen here. They know the B push is coming now. They're still trying to play conservatively over on A, just in case there's a rotate that's coming. But as the spike goes down,
planted.
Lakeville North comes on over.
Welcome to my world.
Viper ultimate on top of the spike, and now that makes it so much more difficult for these defenders to sneak back in. But they have a Viper's Pit of their own, plus a Killjoy ultimate, but time is of the essence. Serene finds the first, making it a 3v3. Now the wall for a defuse. Serene finds a 3K, now pressing forward.
Last player standing.
Spike is
One
halved.
enemy remaining.
Peachy goes down. It's Eaton in the 1v1. Dancing back and forth at yellow. Serene goes for the tap. Fake. Eaton tags him up. The stick is behind the wall, and Eaton can't find the shots. Beautiful play in LNHS. Back-to-back retakes. This game's 4-5, one round away from being all tied up here, friend zone.
That Sage Wall saved the life right there. My goodness, that was literally milliseconds away from getting that kill was Etan, but he just ran out of bullets. Sage Wall had too much health, and at the end of the day, Lakeville North wins the round on a spike defusal. My goodness.
Turret out.
Yeah, man, absolute insanity.
Standing ahead.
Two massive defuses coming through for the side of LNHS, and now only one round removed of tying this bad boy up here.
Deploying drone. Enemy.
Big opportunity.
F the hunter.
10 going for the ultimate. Will find the tag and take out Jace. Big start to the round, and now Apple Valley creeping their way back towards mid.
And they're saving this round too. Everyone but Etan is rocking either a Stinger or a Sheriff. So this could get interesting here. Lakeville North is down a man, but at the end of the day, guns are still in favor of them.
Why not trying to hold under two here? Santi will go ahead and throw the Dizzy up over. Nana Swarm Grenade will go down towards bottom tube. Serene tucking in kitchen position, has plenty of util to play off of.
30 seconds left.
Nice shots coming through for Serene. Vici finds one. Low Peach will take out Santi. Karuni
One
goes down
enemy
as well.
remaining.
Apple Valley down to a 1v3. Vici, not gonna happen. Tie ball game. LNHS punching their way back into this thing, friend zone.
Just wow. I said it before, and I'll say it again. This was a one-sided affair, those first few rounds. Apple Valley going 4-0. And Lakeville North just said, nah, not today. And now coming back tied at 5s. First half almost done here, but if this is an indicator of how this game is going to go, I am patiently awaiting the end of this thing.
Yeah, you got to start to wonder, right? Apple Valley, they get out to that hot start. Now, they were on a save last round, so back on a full buy, back on an even playing field, but First Bloods have kind of started to flip-flop and go back and forth, right? It has been more contested angles. LNHS not giving as much as they were in the early game, so Apple Valley having to work a little bit harder for it now.
And that's the thing, is that I feel that Lakeville has definitely sort of figured out where Apple Valley pushes from and how they like to play these attack rounds. So I'm going to owe that to their success.
Some good defensive rating always helps out, especially on a map like Icebox, a bigger, harder map to rotate around on. You kind of have to be right on which site the attackers are hitting. Nice opener for Why Not. Jasmine goes down. And now the fallback. You had an inserted jet over here at A main listening for possible rotates.
Spike drop.
3 of the 4 defenders over on B. Apple Valley getting the right read here. This site should be wide open for the taking.
I'm liking it. They knew right away. B is heavily contested.
That's
Let's
a
go.
glitch.
Hey, the wingman's stuck.
Wingman's not going to go, man. How long does he stay stuck like that? Dude, okay, yeah, he bugged out, finally. I was going to say, that's such a bad bug. That was like a good 8 seconds.
That was a lot of essential time here.
Yeah, man, because that... Okay, we'll let it slide. We'll keep it going, because the mid lurk from Vici could pay major dividends. He gets 1 behind another. Goes top Raptor instead.
Last player standing.
Will take out the round, so in the end, it doesn't matter. Apple Valley still find the round, but my goodness.
Last
I was about
round
to
in the
sue
half.
that wingman.
Can't take anything with us
We're
after
about to see
this.
some angry comments here on Mnvl. That is just a yikes, honestly.
I was surprised AVHS didn't start trying to shoot their own wingman and take him out.
You can't
Give us
shoot the
the
little
spike
guy.
back. I know. Give us the spike back. He's just running into the wall, playing keep away from the AVHS boys. It's good stuff. Here we have it. 6-5. Apple Valley answer the call. At worst, it's a 7-5 half. At best, it's a 6-6 even first half of this one. Both these teams delivering to open up week 8, our final week of regular season Valorant action. Man, oh man, this season just burned through.
Honestly, whichever way this round goes, whoever comes out on top
Oh,
here,
look at Kurumi here.
it's still. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I
How
didn't
does this
even-
happen?
I didn't even notice that. How
When's Serene gonna move? Wait, they're running back.
you would
Oh,
imagine?
this is. Oh my goodness. Wait, Serene's gonna get the info.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Spike down.
what?
A.
Okay, man. We've seen it all. We've seen it all. Apple Valley carry on like nothing happened. As you were saying, though.
What? I forgot what I was saying entirely.
Oh my goodness. That's the awkward position where you're back to back next to the enemies. You have
Spike
no
down
idea,
A.
but Apple Valley now, another mid flank coming through for Santi. All they gotta do is be patient.
30
Santi
seconds
finds
left.
the first.
One
The
enemy
Viper's
remaining.
pick goes down, and Apple Valley open up the gates to the A site, and they make it a 7-5 half as Santi comes through with the 3K.
Switching sides.
You said either one of these teams win or lose. I think you were going to say something along the lines of they both get to play at state, so it's going to be awesome. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe not.
Now that you mention it, I was gonna say that holding Apple Valley, the 6-1 team, ex-champions, it's still a great way to end the first half, going either 7-5 or 6-6. But that, okay, let's hang on. So how long were Serene and Kurumi sitting there? I want to
10
know.
or 12 seconds, man. It was a good, like, they could have been having a conversation if there was proximity chat. Like, hey, peek around that corner. No, I'm okay. Hey, do you want to peek around that corner? You know? But here we have it. Flip-flop the sides. LNHS looking at a mid to B split, if this tells me right. But that Viper Orb goes up, and look at this setup. AVHS ready for this mid play.
It's like they already knew.
They looked into the magic crystal ball, and they said, the 5-man mid is the play.
Last
And
player
that's
standing.
exactly what LNHS had dialed up. That is a tragedy.
Apple Valley belongs in a library right now because Lakeville North just read him like a book. Etan's gonna get 3 on the round here.
Dude, yeah. Huge plays coming out from Apple Valley. That's just great calling. So whoever is in charge of setting up pre-round status, gotta give a quick, firm handshake to the individual, because that's just a soul read right there, right? Nothing wrong with that. Except, you know, LNHS definitely had something wrong with that. They didn't like that.
Not at all. That's a rough round for them, but you know, I think they can definitely come back as a learning experience, is what we call that. So looking like Lakeville North's going to be pretty split here, opening up this attack round as well. Knowing not to go fully send it into mid. Looking like a bit of an A push now. Jasmine is going to be the lone person on B, trying to get as many Apple Valley members over as quickly as possible. But we do have Etan here with the brand new Phantom holding defensively. Viper Wall's gonna go up. Etan's gonna take some shots, but go down. Gets shot by 3 different members of Lakeville North. He's gonna go for the spike plan here.
AVHS down a man here. Tricky situation to be in on this retake. Weaponry in their favor. So, little Peach tucked back sight here. Only a classic in hand. Apple Valley just waiting to be regrouped so that they can take this on together. Serene, back sight. Is that a Bulldog or a Spectre? I think it's a Bulldog. That back sight still goes unnoticed.
One enemy remaining.
Now makes her presence known. It's a Phantom. Will find 2, but in the end, it's not enough.
There we go. Apple Valley opening it up again. Got the momentum building in their favor. The steamroll coming out the second half here. Kind of off to the same start they had in the first half. Let's just hope that they can keep this momentum up and close out this game.
Apple Valley looking good. Other than losing that Phantom, right? Serene trying to make a big play for the side of LNHS. But now it's just like you got full rifles on the side of the attackers. So if you're going to make something happen, you got to get it going right here, right now for the side of LNHS.
And here we go, going with the tried and true 5 stack on A. Viper using all her util before she even gets onto site to try and open it up as wide as possible here. Serene's gonna get a kill onto Santi.
Bomb grenade out.
Go, nice spike plant
One
down
enemy
for
remaining.
LNHS. AVHS down into a 1 versus 3, and I believe this defender was hurt on the rotate. Why not? For a second had the knife out, but now quickly makes it a 1-on-1. Player underneath them, and not going to be able to find the last big opportunity for Why Not there, though. We almost saw a sick 1v3, but in the end, it is Lil Peach who finds a very crucial round for LNHS.
Still a great effort though from Why Not, sneaking in from mid like that, caught the defenders off guard for sure. But at the end of the day, Lil Peach was just had that prime positioning.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just a little bit more of a sneaky tactic from Why Not after slowing it down just a tad, but I do like going with speed. But that positioning of Lil Peach just a little bit too solid to get that round taken care of. And now another fast A hit seeming to be the call here for LNHS.
Up and away.
Apple Valley ready for it though, it
Somebody's
seems. 3 defenders here.
Defeated.
Nice shot for Etan to open up shop. Serene goes down. The drone out from Etan, and now attackers kind of getting halted in their tracks and starting to fall back.
Brakes coming off, kicking it into reverse, maybe backing
I got
up
you,
a bit. Trying trying to go B? No, it looks like they're gonna hit A again.
Back to me.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the fake leave rotate, right? Because look at Apple Valley. They think it's a full-on rotation, but Etan realizing that, all right, we haven't seen anything. I better hold the horses just a tad, because just like that, Viper Wall up, Sova Dart in, LNHS sieging up through Maze.
Goes down a man. It's not
30
scaring
Big
seconds
them.
shots.
Spike down A.
4v3. Apple Valley with the man advantage, make it a 2-man advantage. Max Rider with a nice jiggle peek will be last up, but Apple Valley, too many manpower on the retake. They push things to double digits.
Team Ace.
And here we go. Apple Valley once again off to that steamroll start, doing a really nice job of shutting down this Lakeville North team. Whether it's just holding them off of site to begin with or playing retake expertly, they are doing, arguably, I'd say, a better job on defense than they did on the attack.
I think, you know, it's hard because I think that LNHS were playing very solid defense, right? I think we're seeing a more struggling time from them on the attacking side, whereas I think Apple Valley are really solid on both ends. I've watched a lot of Apple Valley gameplay, and they just, you know, I don't know if they necessarily have a weaker side, but I will credit their defense right now. And that's like not over-rotating, right? If Etan fully rotates to be there, it's a problem. But he realizes that we haven't actually gained any more info from the attackers. There's no real reason for him to send it all the way over to the B site. And I think that's that kind of game sense that Apple Valley has that some of these other teams just aren't quite on that level.
I like that. That's a good analysis, honestly.
Yeah,
I would say, yeah.
It was big from E10 because you saw him. He was rotating and then he immediately stopped. Like right as I was kind of like saying it, like he could feel that, hey, we haven't seen anything on the mini map. All right, so shouldn't over rotate. I already had 3 teammates over there too. But a fast B spike plant underway and now trying to retake the site is Apple Valley. Only 2 members left up in the weaponry, not looking so hot for the side of LNHS. Why not? We'll take out Peach. And now it's only up to Max Rider, who finds a nice headshot. But in the end, it's not going to be enough to get them the round.
Taking one out with him on the way out. Etan goes down, but the economy is still in the favor of AVHS. So at the end, the effort was kind of, I'm not going to say all for naught, but it was, you know, it was just a nice little message of like, hey, you know, we might be doing a save round here, but I can still get you.
Yeah, I think overall, a nice idea coming out from LNHS. They're still getting spikes planted, right? So they're having close chances, but in the end, these retakes are really paying through for the side of Apple Valley.
And that's the thing, though. They are doing a really good job of getting this A push going every round, you know. They love letting Apple Valley know that they're coming.
You should run.
And they love just opening things up, right? But at the end of the day, Apple Valley does such a good job of either slowing down their push or just making them fully rotate off of it.
The double killjoy ulti, it's always such a funny interaction. 2 massive domes over the entire bomb site. Ooh, utility coming through. Nice Viper's Pit. Jasmine had no idea they were standing on the Gecko volley, and they just got nuked for it. That's crazy. Yeah. So if you didn't know, Gecko grenades will one-shot kill you if you stand in the explosion for it. So now you all know. Don't stand in the Greco goo. It's not friendly. Peach, 3K. On for a potential ace here, friend zone. Let's let the Peach cook. 4K?
Okay.
1 more to find. Where's Kurumi at? They can hear the sound cues. Playing the time, but they have to get on this spike, or actually it's Kurumi on the defense. Kurumi has to find the spike. Little Peach tucked at Jenny! Kurumi! Oh, will go down in the end, almost finds the clutch. What a big round though, coming out of Lil Peach.
Oh, for sure. That 4K was electrifying. I know Apple Valley sitting there high-fiving right now. I know they're looking saying, great job. saying, hey, way to go, honestly. Little Peach having heck of a game here. I'm loving the spread of the KDs here. You know, we got 17, 13, 13, 16, and 10 and 16 at the top. Max Rider and Jas doing pretty good for themselves. You know, they've had some moments throughout this game. And then you look at Apple Valley, and they really only have 2 top-tier performers going. One of them had 23 kills, the other one had 16. And everyone else just kind of falling behind a little bit. But again, at the end of the day, this game is full of everyone getting their time to shine here.
Big shot for Jasmine. Open up this round. Santi in trouble, but gets one off the grenade and gets a second. Now 3v2 situation. Apple Valley, the man advantage. Their retakes have been lights out. Max Rider going for a quick res swing combo. That's a battle sage taken off the head of Vici. 2v3. Apple Valley now down a man on the retake.
Toxin screen down.
We do have why not come into mid again, though.
Yep, trying to creep up through the screens, but I think LNHS are aware of this screens retake. 2 players tucked on default. Apple Valley running out of time to make this one a reality. Almost certainly looking at an 11-8 round here.
Last player standing.
Why not will take out 2, going for the
One
spike
enemy
tap,
remaining.
but
Clutch.
in the end makes it expensive for the attacker, so not bad. Takes out 2.
You know, that's all you can really ask for at the end of the day. If you can do a little damage to the econ of your enemies, you might lose a round, but that could definitely help you out in those future rounds. Having that gun advantage is definitely a thumbs up from any Valorant player ever going into a close game like this, honestly.
Yeah, for sure, right? I mean, economy is such a major point of the game. Look at that. 2 light armors coming out and a judge on Serene. So, like, it's kind of a full buy, but some people still struggling, right? That extra little bit of HP missing could be a world of a difference, especially in the hands of an operator. I guess it doesn't matter the HP because Karumi takes out Sova with the bullet through a heart. Poor Sova. He was too kind for this world.
May he find whatever peace he's looking for in the afterlife.
Absolutely. This cruel, cold world. And poor sweet Sova.
Toxin screen
Not
down.
long for it. Good drone coming out from E10, and he's on a stinger. Man, oh man. Talking about weapons that, like, aren't, like, the best, but cheap financially. Stinger can get something done up close. E10 is in a good spot for it. Walk up on from Serene, though. The headshot brings swift death to the Sova of Apple Valley. Swing through. Karumi good for another shot off the operator. Ringing out for 2.
30
LNHS
seconds
trying
left.
to get this fight planted. 2 players on default. 1 top 4, 10. 3v3 retake. Apple Valley trying to push on through. Vici finds one on the flank, and now LNHS sandwiched. But it's an operator on
enemy
one side.
remaining.
It's so hard to creep on up. Serene takes out Vici, and now Karumi trying to pull it together.
remaining.
The swing is good. Can't quite find the second one. Running out of time to make this play happen. Goes for the smoke tap. A very low killjoy. On the swing, goes up top. Karumi!
Wow.
Will find the clutch
Clutch.
for the 4K. Ice in the veins.
Oh, wow.
And he strikes true.
And he picks the op back up,
Match
going into
point.
this match point here for Apple Valley. My goodness, well done for Karumi.
Massive round coming out of Karumi. Coming through, getting a 4K. 2 with the operator. 2 on the 1 versus 2 clutch. I mean, major game-changing round there coming out for AVHS. And now you can look at the finances. A very tight docket for our attacking squad here.
Scanning ahead.
Wet Marine not looking the best.
Yeah, this could be it here. Lakeville North really needs to kind of band together. This A push needs to work out for them in order for them to have a fighting chance for this game.
Not finds the
You
first
should
blood,
run.
but it's traded out quickly. LNHS trying to get this show underway in wasting no time removing any form of
Toxin
human
screen
life
down.
on the Apple Valley defender side. And then it's might even just be a save already. Like, both these players hanging way out, realizing that this site is being hit. Going for the retake. You got the op. It's going to be tough. These are some dug-in attackers here, friend zone.
Gonna be tough, but it's not gonna be impossible again. Just coming off that 4K clutch round for Karumi, we have seen it be done. It can happen. It's just a matter of what they really want to do here, but it is gonna look like a save round. And you know, Apple Valley still has a 3-round buffer for them, so if they want to let one round go to kind of save their econ, now is the one round where you'd want to let that happen.
Yeah, not a bad idea at all. You still have that operator that you can play it with and play it off of. So I think that it's smart for Apple Valley to keep that in circulation. Karumi going to ring another one out onto Serene. And he's been lights out with this op so far this game. Like, we have not seen many misses from that department.
Prime positioning, great aim to go along with it. Doesn't matter where he's looking. The flicks are on point as well. Just a stellar performance from Karumi.
Turret out.
Yeah, man, this is looking tough. LNHS now have to turn back the clock here, have to start to produce some more rounds on this attacking side. They are facing match point. Apple Valley have saved a couple weapons, but a few of their defenders not on the battery. So, going to be an interesting round. And tucked up close is Santi, taking away that Serene position that we saw here earlier.
It's looking like we're not going to hold it for as long, though, as Santi is still going to be looking around at the belt area.
Wow.
Catch Serene! Or Jasmine, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, that's just the Serene spot, so you wanted to think Serene was involved with it, right? That's such a little sneaky position, and it not getting cleared out now a couple times is going to certainly make some attackers clear that position when they move forward. But a full rotation is underway. Apple Valley down a man. Now
Spike
they're
planted.
tasked to retake this B site. Not an easy one, but we'll see if they can make it happen together.
Not easy, but not impossible. No.
That's the quote of this game. Not easy, but not impossible. That should be the quote of Valorant. You know,
I like that.
not easy, but it's not impossible. You're down 9-3. That's what I'm going to start saying moving forward. Not easy, guys, but it's not impossible. ABHS. Oh, go for it.
Hang on, wait. I was just gonna say. You know,
One
we got the
enemy
pushes coming
remaining.
out. Vici getting a kill, but getting dropped right away by Serene. 3-man. Taking it for Lakeville North. Here we go. Game on the line. They know they got to step up 2 rounds in a row. 2 more is going to bring this match into overtime. It's just a matter of getting onto site.
Turret out.
Man, oh man, this is, now it's getting dicey, right? It's still not out of hand, but if Apple Valley drop this round, they're going to be on pretty much a save buy for the last round. They're not going to be able to afford everything that they kind of need. So Apple Valley definitely wanting to close out the show right here, right now, friend zone.
All they need is that one last round, and the game is over, but it looks like they're all going to be stacking onto a site. Spike is over there, but I'm pretty sure Lakeville North is calling out that B is wide open, so we could see a rotate here
my
from Apple
goodness.
Valley, leaving A wide open.
Yeah, man, they fake B. They just show a minute amount of presence, and all of a sudden, A site wide open for the taking. The site they stacked, they had the read, but they play the rotate game a little bit too much, and the attackers toyed with them just enough. Look at this push from Jasmine up mid, though. 1, 2 with the Blade Storm. How many more can you find? The dash in. Karumi drops him out like a duck out of the sky.
Revealing area.
But he does manage to take down a third before he goes down.
Spike planted.
Yeah, that's a massive play coming out from Jasmine. That mid flank has been key all game long. Now pushing forward. Etan above 1. Oh, that turret says hello. Gonna have to take out Timmy. Going for the spike tap defuse. Karumi
player
trying to eat
standing.
it for half. Will hop off and get taken out by Max Rider. Big rounds for LNHS. And all of a sudden, economy looking in the gutter for AV.
Anyone need it?
Tides are turning. The waters are shifting. Apple Valley is going to take a much needed time out here. Just one round away from winning this game, but Lakeville North is one round away from taking it into overtime. Skeptor, what do we need to see from this Lakeville North team in order to take this game in overtime?
You know, they've been playing with the Apple Valley defenses a lot, and I think it's leading Apple Valley to second guess themselves, right? So I think the big talking point for AV is going to be holding their grounds. I think from LNHS, we're going to have to see a hardcore push and just get those defenders out of their spots, right? I think Apple Valley is going to try to be a little bit more feet in cement on their rotates, because the last few rounds, friend zone, look at how much of the map has just been opened up by LNHS playing around with moving around the map, right? They've just been able to dance around the defenses.
And see, that's the thing, though. You know, you said it last round. That mid push has been a highlight all game. You know, both teams are really taking advantage of it because no one really seems to watch it. So there's always someone being caught off guard on the defense there.
Yeah, man, this is a very tough round. So Apple Valley, better finances than I thought. They have 3 rifles, the Bulldog as your 4th rifle, so not that bad of a buy. Definitely enough for a state championship level team to contend with on this last round. Apple Valley going aggressive in mid, and I like that. They're taking away information from these attackers, and they are quickly eliminating what is coming ahead and in store. But look at the flank hold from Jasmine. Knows that nothing is being flanked upon. But it seems to be a full commit hit. LNHS putting down the Viper's Pit, and it's going to be a full 5-man retake situation, friend zone. This is going to be epic. Serene with the first. Serene with 2. Finally gets traded Apple Valley. That's something you can't afford. 3v4. Ultimate coming through for Gecko. Will find this Viper, maybe? No, walled off. What a big brain play. Oh my goodness. One man on the defuse. And that's it. Overtime.
Wow.
Dude, that is clinical work from LNHS. I mean, legit.
Switching sides.
Clinical.
Well done all around. That Sage Wall saving potentially the entire round there, because if Viper would have went down in that moment, that would have been very rough.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, just wild. You know, and LNHS turning up in the latter half of this game, pushing things into overtime, and putting some pressure on some former state champs.
I said it before, I will say it again. Even if they happen to not win this game, the fact that you can go up against a team of this caliber and put up this kind of performance is deserving of a round of applause in and of itself.
Now Jasmine back on the first blood counter. A lot of good things rolling for the side of LNHS right now, friend zone. Apple Valley gotta take a breather. They gotta get themselves in a bit of a recovery right now, right? Down a man, just gotta breathe, gotta work together.
See, the thing was is that they love to control kind of the energy of the game in the first half of each half, honestly. You know, they have those first round wins. They do a really good job of opening it up in their favor, but then they just kind of get bamboozled as the half goes on, and they start making decisions that really shift the tide of the round in favor of their opponents.
I like this slow creep coming back to the A site for Apple Valley. The only thing is they're going to have to clear everything. So there's Santi clearing out the Serene corner. Nicely done. Not going to let that one hit him twice, but it's Max Rider at Generator.
30
This
seconds
is going to
left.
be the tricky gunfight. Are AV ready for it? And they are. Santi clears it. Why not? Takes out the second. And just like that, Apple Valley snatched the man advantage back into their favor. 4v3. LNHS in the hot seat on the retake.
Here we go. This round is make or break for Lakeville North.
Nice start coming through.
Placing swarm grenade. Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Ultimate coming through here for Santi. Lil Peach is detained in round number 1 of OT, going the way of Apple Valley.
Switching sides.
Here we go.
Match point.
Lakeville North. They have the skills needed. They can do it. They can bring this into a double overtime and hopefully win this game. But at the end of the day, again, Apple Valley just really showing off why they have a 6-1 record, showing that they are deserving of the wins that they have gotten so far this season, hoping for a near top seed spot going into the state finals.
And now all on the line here for LNHS, a must-win attacker round. Things getting very interesting. Apple Valley quickly rotating over towards A, but Max Ryder creeping over towards B. A very, very intense gunfight goes the way of Why Not. Apple Valley should be aware that the A hit has to be the option here. And a huge spray down. Karumi takes out Jasmine. Peach with the trade.
Spike
and now
planted.
a 3v3 situation. Serene, a much needed kill found, but it's Eaton. Tucked back sight, going unnoticed for now. What can you provide, Eaton? We've seen magic
Last
do
player
before.
standing.
Not gonna happen this time. It's Peach with the ultimate, trying to secure this round and push for a second overtime.
And here we go, honestly. This ult is definitely making it difficult for Why Not to push onto the spike here. He's the gun poking out of the smoke orb, but is going to miss it. Peach is going to clean up with a 3K on this round, taking it to double OT.
Switching
My
sides.
goodness.
Overtime.
That's major, major for LNHS to come out, push things into a second overtime, and now Serene gonna go ahead and call the timeout for LNHS. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the question on to you now, Friendzone. What do you want to see out of this Apple Valley attack on this next round to guarantee a point?
I want to see not a 5-stack. They've done a really good job of 5-stacking sites, and that's how they get onto it. But then at the end of the day, they kind of all get wiped out in an instant from Lakeville North. So I feel like if they kind of go a default push, maybe send 2 to B, 3 over to A, maybe send a lurker through mid, that might help them out if they just kind of spread out the attack, you know, because Lakeville North does a really good job of stacking together, rotating on time, and kind of bringing chunks of their team together to stop Apple Valley. So I feel like if Apple Valley can spread out, they can really capitalize on Lakeville North.
I'm in agreement there. I think that we've seen a lot of aggressiveness from this defensive side on LNHS, and that's kind of how they've been able to get so much information as to where Apple Valley is going. And I think if Apple Valley can get a crucial pick onto one of those aggressing defenders, that could be a game changer as well. You can see Jasmine already positioned for the mid-tube push that we see out of Jasmine, right? Walking down mid-tube immediately. This is that aggression that we've seen out of LNHS time and time again, and now hearing all that information, a B rush being called immediately, expecting a big rotation from LNHS. Spike plant going down rapidly.
Spike planted.
Oh, Santi's gonna get one. Jasmine's gonna trade it off. 4 against 4 in this very crucial round here. Spike's already down. Apple Valley just needs to hold it. Vichi's gonna get dropped here.
Trying to get some utility down from main. Serene trying to swing with the wall.
One
Max
enemy
Ryder
remaining.
pressing forward. Now it's only down to Why Not. Not gonna happen. It's gonna be a defuse in a round found from the defending squad. It's LNHS taking the advantage. Wowza.
That's all I can think of saying right now,
Switching
Skeptor. It's just wowza.
Match point.
This game has been such a good back and forth. Both teams doing great work of dismantling their opponents. And I don't know. I don't see an end, honestly. I think this could be a forever back and forth in overtime here.
Yeah, man. I'm not sure. You know, this is really something coming out of LNHS. The fact that they stood through it so far, still one round to find, but they have seriously tested this Apple Valley team, where not many teams have been able to do it before. So no matter what happens, very, very well played game from this Lakeville North squad. Apple Valley on the must-win round. Pressing forward is Jasmine. They take out Etan. Karumi with the quick trade out now. 4v4 ensues. Little Peach plants the spike. Now trying to fall back towards main. Karumi takes out the second. Nice swing from Peach. Serene trades one out as well. 3v2. Man advantage. The side of LNHS, but the Viper goes down. Karumi on a 3K. Things
Last
getting
player
hectic,
standing.
but a standstill for a moment. Max Rider makes it a 2v1. Karumi left with it all to do. The ace clutch necessary. The dash peak won't happen. Apple
attackers
Valley
win.
goes down. What a win for LNHS.
Mind is blown. Oh my goodness. What a game. Just what a game. That's it. That's all I can say.
What a game, man. You said it. MCAT, you go ahead and talk, because I need water. My goodness.
Expect the unexpected. Every time we hop on stream, like I feel like I have an idea of where the game's going, and it just does the complete opposite every time. Nothing but teams breaking my expectations, super competitive gameplay, and a really fun match to watch overall. Seriously good stuff from both Lakeville North and Apple Valley, but unfortunately, Lakeville North had the trump card in the end.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's crazy because we talked about it right before, you know, going into that last overtime set. I gave credit to the defending side. Their big key thing that was separating them from Apple Valley is the amount of information they were getting in mid, man. That Sova Dart lineup that they had, Jasmine clearing down bottom tube. You can hear literally everything that the attackers are doing from that spot. You can hear if they're going A main. You can hear if they're going to B main. Jasmine calls it out instantaneously. And LNHS trumped the absolute, I mean, the unkillable Demon Kings of the Valorant League. Apple Valley will go down, a tough loss, but now both their records are at 6-2, and it feels right? I mean, that was one of the most even games I think we've had on stream before for Valorant. Like, such a back and forth game, big plays from both sides, and I think every single player on the server today had moments where they stepped up.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though, is right as it looked like one squad was going to take that half and make it an absolute stomp show, the other team would just come back. You know, again, Apple Valley was doing a really good job of opening up the halves in their favor, getting that round advantage, but LNHS would just never give up. They'd fight back. They do everything and anything in their power to win, and ultimately they come out on top.
Yep, exactly. And here we have it. The second loss in AVHS's tenure. It's definitely a stinger, but nothing that this team couldn't bounce back from. This is just last week of regular season, so we'll see both these teams again come state finals. It would be a shame if we didn't get to see one of these squads. I mean, these two teams definitely have a story and a potential rivalry brewing. Who knows? We'll have to save that for state, but for now, folks, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, one more Valorant game on the docket. Don't go anywhere. We'll catch you guys after the break.
Let's go!
He just draws it out a lot more.
Yeah. Rupture Panda throwing that now. Rupture Panda kicking off
it's
the
Hodgepodge.
It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge
coming in with the
hard.
firebomb. That's gonna do it. Can't allow a freebie like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna land it. The rebound denied! Are you serious? Don't tell me third! What? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He has to.
What?
What? From what?
He's running out of mana, but he's still bumping him.
You know we get it poppin' like.
Demolishing immortals. No one should be allowed to do it. Alexis taking heads.
Lined up here for Alexis. It's 3 kills.
Sarah moving in.
What a flick! Oh my god, Mel's doing it! 3 kills.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me, Mel? Noya just does it all. Alaric goes, and Noya just does it again.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just witnessed an epic battle to kick off our Week 8 Valorant closer. Apple Valley, unfortunately, succumbing to the pressure of Lakeville North Panthers. They give them their second loss and their first loss in regulation or regular season ever, right? This is definitely, or actually, I'm trolling. They were 6-1, so they had lost before this. So forget what I said, man. Forget what I said. We're going to move along to our second series tonight, folks. We are heading to the Mnvl Classic map. Either one of you guys want to take a guess at what map that is? Or
Lotus.
yeah, could be.
Yeah, I was thinking Lotus.
Yeah, you know, maybe it's something along the lines of Ascent is unfortunately your guys' sentence. So you're going to be heading to the Cult Classic. I mean, this one's as old as the league itself. It's been the whole map choice and selection. It's been Icebox or it's been Ascent, right? I don't think we've been blessed with too many other maps to really delve into. So for now, we know, at least we know where we're going. All right. We know where we're going. So that's going to be some fun. Let me get our two squads playing next on stream. Will be Minnetonka JV taking on Rosemount. Both these squads coming in with a 5-2 record, so should be a pretty even matchup. Tonka JV have been getting a lot of hype as they are the underling team of the defending state champs of Valorant right now, and I think that there's some good reason for the hype. What are you looking for coming out of this matchup here, MCAT?
Honestly, we're taking it to Ascent, so it's really in anyone's game. I think honestly, Ascent is definitely more of a gun game for sure. It takes a lot of raw skill, raw mechanics versus like game sense and util and stuff like that. So it's a lot about mid control. And hopefully, Tonka JV has been taking a couple of notes, taking a page out of their older brother state holding defender champions Minnetonka varsity. And hopefully they've got the mechanics for that, and hopefully they keep that mid control.
For sure. Yeah, not a bad idea at all. I mean, mid being such a crucial point of this map. Friend zone, I want to go to you. We don't see too many shakeups when it comes down to compositions, but if you had to pick one oddball agent that has a chance of making an appearance on today's second game, who would you pick and why?
An oddball. I'm gonna say KO.
KO.
Maybe.
Okay.
Because his grenades, they can open up those doors really easily. Flashbangs could make it really good for him to get onto site, and that knife and his ult really killing the util usage of the enemies. That could be an opening field
I
thing.
like that. I like that. I think KO definitely has a nice place on Ascent. Your typical initiator being that Sova, but a kind of counter to the common Sentinel pick of Killjoy being KO. He's the man to do it. Shuts down all those electronics. He says, absolutely no Molotov for you today, Killjoy. No Timmy the turret, buddy. We're going to tuck him away for now, and we'll see him next round. But, I do love some classic KO gameplay, so I'll give some respect to that. MCAT, you got any agents you're looking for in this next one?
I'm not necessarily looking for it, but I think more of an oddball agent to pick would definitely be Fade, kind of a replacement to Sova, but can clear those corners a bit better. There are a lot of them on Ascent.
Mm-hmm.
I think she can be pretty valuable on both A and B site. Her ult is great for retake, and she can do kind of that same job as Sova about getting that info. So
yeah,
that'll be my pick.
Not bad. Both you guys going for initiators. I like it. Best of luck in this next one as we head into Ascent Agent Select, folks, between Tonka JV and Rosemount.
Here we go.
Alrighty.
Insta-lock Jet coming in for Rosemount.
There you go. Showing the claws. Claws out. We've got Sky Pick. Of course, we're hovering that KJ. You got to see it. Sova as well. Another good staple. I see Twizzlers has opted for the Phoenix. Something that we honestly, I don't think we see a lot of Phoenix in the Minnesota Varsity League. Definitely a niche pick. Probably something that he plays often. And I hopefully will get to see him perform. But I see a Breach hover here. Another niche. And oh, never mind. Fade. I don't know. We're a bit choosy today. They're toying with me.
I mean, if you were to pick a duelist other than Jet on Ascent, I would take Phoenix because of you saying, again, the lots of corners that are there, prime spots for the blinds to come out. Going onto that A site, that wall is definitely helpful to at least kind of get your team onto A if you're attacking.
Yeah, Phoenix can be pretty oppressive in that sense. And, one way I like to use Phoenix is putting up his wall like that and then flashing out of the wall. And so, if you're curving your wall so it's covering the little part where the switch is, you know what I'm talking about? So your team can just walk lane. You can just pop that flash out. Your team can peek with you, or you can do it yourself, and you're guaranteed a pick or two. Phoenix Flash lasts for kind of an abnormal amount of time when you look at other initiators like Sky, where you have to hold the flash out for a period of time. So definitely something that can be a little oppressive, but we are seeing the Phoenix on defense first, so we'll have to wait a bit for that.
We're also seeing that KO back there, the oddball pick coming out, Berserk, taking my Apex champion.
Yes, certainly a very valuable pick. Like Skep was saying, KO can just shut down all of that Killjoy utility, which is super valuable. She can be really oppressive on Ascent, makes getting onto sites difficult. But yeah, definitely, I think Tonka's time to shine will be on that attacker's side, but we'll have to see how the first half goes for sure.
And you got to think too, canceling out Omen as well is going to be pretty huge here. Those smokes are definitely going to come in handy no matter where Rosemount chooses to push.
Yeah, for sure. I'm seeing like an Omen match here, and I think Omen's pretty solid here. Some good TP spots, and this load-in time's taking a bit too long for my taste. Who has the hamster running the computer? Who is it? But alas, we're finally here, and I'm excited. The nerves from last game are still in my bones, and I'm hoping it's not as much of a cincher as it was last time.
I mean, here's the thing though. Every time you and me seem to cast a game together, it's always a really close game in the end.
It really is. It's 9-3. It's quadruple overtime. Like, it's just expect the unexpected. That's my motto for this season.
Seems to be fitting everywhere.
It's getting me really excited for state though, because seeing how competitive these games are, how close they are, how everyone's holding their own, it's just imagine when that energy comes to the big stage.
I am definitely looking forward to it. 2 weekends for the first time ever, and it is going to be one heck of a show. Catflyer looking to take some opening shots here onto Twizzlers. Fireball is going to come out. I'm liking it so far. Rosemount pumping the brakes on this push here.
Yeah,
as
just
Tonka comes over.
kind of defaulting here, but you can see, we got a bit of a push mid going, and if Rosemount doesn't pick it up soon, they're gonna get flanked. And unfortunately, I don't see a KJ turret down, which is something you kind of want to be looking to do on the attacker side, especially in Ascent. It's pretty easy to get behind. It looks like we got some action here.
Berserk coming in on the flank. This could be huge. The turret is going to spot him, however.
Does have that knife. Super valuable here. Canceling out that turret, but he's got 3 looking at him.
Not going to cancel out the turret, actually.
Oh, really?
Fred is going to get 2, however. Make that 3 on the site. Gets 4 to close it out. Tonka's JV team is going to open it up with a first round win here. Nice 4K coming out from Bread Entry. Well done.
Yeah, I really liked how they identified where the team was. They realized they weren't really doing any action. They were just kind of defaulting, waiting for Tonka to slip up and make a mistake. But Tonka decided to turn the tables, push mid, and when you have that pressure from behind and then you've got like 3 on site, you're trying to get on the site, but you have to deal with the flanker first. Things can get miscommunicated and it can fall out of your hands really easy, and it's a great play coming over from the side of Tonka.
Round was over in a flash, and now they're going to have guns going into this second round here. Looking like a gang of Spectres that Rosemont is going to have to face here. Shots coming in from Market. Berserk's going to take down Sheriff. Cruel's going to take down Fairy, making it a 4-on-4. Coming into this B push here. Couple people out from Garage on Rosemont, but we're also losing some health here, it looks like. Dog's going to come in. Wynn's going to take one. Looking taken down by Bread instantly, who is going to get another onto Lucid. Twizzlers going to use that util to heal himself up. Bread's going to get a 3rd in Garage. Cruel's just going to admit defeat, back up, and hope not to give Bread 2 4Ks in a row.
Man, this guy is on fire.
Could catch him here, though, however. Ooh, Bread's going to miss those shots, but now we know Cruel's going over to A.
Let's see if he can get the plant down, pocket himself some spare change here, coming into that 3rd round. Not looking hopeful, but like I said, it's not possible, it's just extremely hard.
And Bread closing it out. Another 4K.
Yeah. Can we talk about the fact that Sheriff just walked onto the site, no fear, full blind, classic in hand, just openly peeking pizza, said, "Take me, pick me, I'm ready."
That's confidence is what that is. You know?
Definitely confidence. He just wanted a gun in his hand. He was ready. He said, "Get it over with."
At the end of the day here, look at the scoreboard already. Bread, 0 deaths, 8 kills in 2 rounds. Sticking with a Spectre this time, but Rosemont is gonna have guns for the first time this game. We've got a buy round going in. Let's see if they can get their first round win on the board.
For sure. It looks like we're doing a triple peek mid, but Q Fairy.
Gonna
Monster
drop
with
Sheriff.
the Marshall.
Lovely placed headshot there to take Sheriff out of the equation early on. As we now know, here comes Rosemont onto A again.
They're kind of working it up slowly, taking their time with it. Phoenix is kind of in a position where he can do some mean things, but Brett's panicking, getting spotted by Dart.
Good movement though, really nice. Getting underneath, but they see the dog come out. They know Brett's there. Still not going to take any damage, however.
I know! How did he
swing out anyways? Almost take down Cruel.
Oh my goodness, he had some kind of invisible shield around him or something, like Superman, the Flash, I don't know, but
Spike planted.
he needs to teach me.
It's that confidence again. The save round.
1 enemy remaining.
Looking good for Tonka as Berserk's gonna get 2 coming in on the flank, and Twizzler's gonna finish it off, taking down Catfire.
Yeah, it looks like Berserk picked up that Vandal from them, so that's unfortunate. Losing on that double up can definitely set the tone for the game in a way that may not be in your favor.
Just wow, honestly.
Yeah.
Buy round, save round, pistol round, doesn't matter. Tonka is here to win it all.
I mean, Friendzone, what do you think that Rosemount could be doing here? I mean, they've got to save. After the save, what do you think? How do you think they should approach?
After the save, I think they just, if they're going to play aggressive, they got to play aggressive. These slow pushes are not working out too well. Splitting up is kind of ending them as well, so I think they really just need to try a 5-stack onto one site, preferably not A, because that hasn't worked out too well for them, so hopefully they can get something going here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they just kind of tiptoe around. I mean, yeah, like you said, if they're going to play aggressive, they need to play aggressive. They need to make a decision, and, you know, them playing slow allows for Tonka to creep up on them like that, get those flank angles, and create pressure on different sides of them, and it makes it really difficult, and it keeps them locked in a position on A or B, you know. Ooh, Sheriff grabbing a nice headshot of Berserk mid. This is good. They're getting that mid control. They've got a Vandal in their hands now.
Careful now.
Sheriff with the Sheriff doing some damage. Twizzler is going to try and hold them off here for a little bit. Sheriff is going to get another one, however, onto Fairy.
Here's that mid control I was talking about.
Here.
Walking up, still has the dash up. Good
really
swarm.
Ooh. Doesn't go off, however, though.
Yeah, we didn't pop it yet,
30
but
seconds left.
Peek out a little bit. Sheriff
looks
low
like he
on
got broke.
health.
yeah,
Oh! There we go.
No
Winton.
charges left.
there he goes.
Finishing off Syndical.
Winton.
That's
Spike
gonna
down.
take down
Mid.
the cat. Twizzlers is gonna get Lucid down. Time is running out.
10
They don't.
seconds left.
They don't have the time. I mean, it's what it is.
Last
4-second
player
plan.
standing.
So it looks like they're clearing sided Twizzlers, and they don't have time.
They're still
Maybe?
not gonna get there now. No,
Clutch.
no, that's
No,
not it.
no.
No, almost, but
Close.
still now.
Yeah, again, they just kind of took their time mid, you know? Like, they just sat there and, like, was trying to get Tonka to peek them. Like, they were afraid, even though they were up.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, Rosemont Entire's team is still gonna go and take out Tonka, but econ damage is not really something they are looking at right now. Tonka is in a really good buy situation here, whereas Rosemont is definitely going to need to win these next few rounds in order to be looking good for the rest of this game. They're off to an 0-4 start. Really got to start picking it up here because momentum is a curse, and if it's not in your favor, it's not going to be anytime soon.
Right, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think the buy is that bad. You know, Rosemount did pick up a bunch of kills that round despite the loss, so they've got some stuff in their reserves in case they lose this one. I think Tonka actually is a bit at the disadvantage. If they lose this one, then they definitely will have to save.
Cruel's gonna get an opening frag onto Berserk here. Fairy is gonna be holding Garage. They know the B push is coming. It's gonna take down Winton. Shoot at the Wolf is gonna go right past and take down Sheriff. If he had enough bullets, Cat would have been down 2.
2 in the spray. That's huge. Huge for Tonka. You know where they're at now, but it looks like they're taking a rotate and Cynical catching them on their way.
Here's the thing though, they've already rotated off of A to B, so now if B's not gonna work, where do you rotate to next?
Right, yeah, and it looks like Tonka's here to respond mid. It's gonna be difficult for them to get through. Head to the other site.
30
Time
seconds
is
left.
running short, 30 seconds. I think we might have another situation of the last round on our hands. See how it goes.
Cynical trying to be sneaky, it's not gonna work out. Cruel's gonna take him down. And here we go, going from mid on to A. The one person that's going to be there to stop him is going to be Bread.
Oh, I like that he's coming up tree here. This is huge. Great job catching them on the rotate. They probably will get the plant down, but it's looking weak. Twizzler's here with the ult.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Superhero
Red?
mode.
Oh my goodness.
These two work well together.
This is an absolute unit right here, honestly.
Yeah, Bread really surprising me. I couldn't remember the last time that we watched Minnetonka, and I couldn't really think of a player to watch out for, but Bread over here is just proving himself, showing us that he's here, he's not here to mess around, he's ready to clear this, get this game over with, and solidify that spot at state.
We are loving it, honestly. Fighting for seed positions here today. Both of these teams doing a good job of getting here. Both of the 5-2 record showing off throughout the season, getting some good victories here. We've got Bread going 11-2, 5 rounds into the game. Everyone else kind of hovering around 3 or 4 kills. Twizzler's gonna open it up with a nice headshot onto Lucid here.
Yeah, Twizzlers has the hands for this character. You know, Phoenix can kind of struggle if you're not playing aggressive with him and not getting these early picks, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do, doing his job well.
Cruel's gonna take down Cynical. Catflyer is also gonna drop Twizzlers, just as we were calling out earlier in the game. Phoenix is a little bit of a weird pick. In Twizzlers' hands, it seems to be the right agent for him.
For sure. Rosemount does have the man advantage and has most of their ults up. We've got that Silva ult, we have that KJ ult. Defusing this spike is not going to be easy.
We could see a flank, however. Tonka doing it this whole game to Rosemont. It's looking like their time to strike back and get the last 2. Heaven! Here we go! Sheriff taking some shots! It's gonna miss the crucial hits, though!
Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, it's just gonna be difficult for Tonka to get this plant off. Or this diffuse, but Bread's picking up 3, bolstering those KDAs, and there it is.
Silva all coming out to cement the round. Great job on Rosemont's part. Finally getting a round win there. 6 deep. Momentum, hopefully, starting to shift into their favor.
Yeah, for sure. I hope they do leaps and bounds off of that win, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. They do have that operator in their hands. It can mean great things for them whenever it comes to mid control. You know, maybe KJ can just peek out mid real quick, grab her one, and then run on to B. But yeah, it looks like a pretty weak buy for Tonka. It looks like they're going to force regardless. They know they've got this skill, and they've got the utility. They've got the ultimates.
You should run.
So we'll see how this round plays out. Looks like we're getting a push on the B side. Q Fairy doing her best here to hold it down while her team rotates.
See, here's the thing though. Killjoy ult pushing off the entirety of Tonka team really into 2 points here. Flyer's gonna take down Berserk. Syndical is gonna get 2, however, with the util. Twizzler is gonna take down a
Last player
3rd.
standing.
Sheriff struggling to get out there as the dog creeps up on him.
Just like that, in a matter of seconds, we've got a 1v3 here. Syndical is gonna close it out, giving Tonka the round win.
Very well done by Syndical. great KJ setup. They walked right through it. It worked out brilliantly. And unfortunately, Rosemount didn't get that one that they wanted. Tonka's force worked out in their favor. Econ is looking pretty even, I believe. Oh, never mind. I take it back. It looks like all the money is on Crawl's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay. On Crawl. Crawl has all this gold. Gonna take that buy. Everyone's buying when they can, but I mean, it's weird seeing Winton force like that, and then the team just left with scraps. You know, you'd think that you'd be sharing the wealth, sharing the economy, but looks like we're gonna do a slow push onto A. And in the history, this hasn't really worked out for them before.
Rosemont not taught in kindergarten that sharing is caring at the end of the day. Hopefully, it works out in their favor because this game is not over yet. They are down some rounds, but at the end of the day, it's not over until we see that victory pop up on our screen.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I like this aggressiveness from Sheriff. Historically has gotten a number of first bloods for his team. Just kind of peeking around there, taking a gander, seeing what he can do.
Like throw a couple blades.
Oh, good job expecting that blind. Here he comes around. He's going to face two of them. See how this goes. Q Fairy throwing the blind. She peeks, but doesn't score.
Sheriff is not phased at all. Bladestorm coming in handy there. They do know Twizzler is currently in heaven. And they know that Bread's on A somewhere. Cruel is going to get a pick onto Syndical. Twizzler is going to take down Winton, however, though.
30 seconds
Going to take a long spray over here. Doing a little bit of damage.
The creeping has worked for Rosemount. They've gotten the number advantage, but once again, look at the final two. These guys have done leaps and bounds for their team with just the two of them, so we'll see what they can do whenever it comes to recovering this B site.
10 seconds left.
The unit coming back. All they really have to watch out for is the Sova lurking around in mid. They take him out. Looks like, are they gonna check the corner? Oh, here we go. All right, Twizzlers
Nice.
open it up.
Here it is. They've come in on opposite sides. Does get picked, but he's got a good idea of where they are now. They can play off each other. That information.
Running it back, working out for sure, getting the intel that everyone is hanging out on site. Bread is going to get taken down by Lucid, but Twizzlers is going to take down Lucid.
Ooh. Close. I mean, they did their best. That's a really hard situation, and I wasn't really expecting them to pull it off, but, you know, Twizzler picked up that 3K, bolstering his KDA. But yeah, it looks like a really rough buy for Tonka over here. Looks like we're gonna do our best to save, buy what we can. But gosh, it looks like Winton... Oh, no, we're good. Okay. I was like, Winton is still down in the dumps? What?
Bread
Here we
coming
go.
out. Just a classic to hold this A site. Not needing anything else. Gonna go for an ultimate save here. No util either.
Yeah, I think this is an interesting spot that Fred is holding here. He's get caught by the dogs.
Gonna spot him.
A bird. That's all he's got. Maybe he'll put on the invisible shield again.
Bear's gonna get one on the flyer, however. Sheriff with the one tap. Ooh.
Yeah,
Where's
looks
the
like
spike?
a slow plant.
Spike planted.
Berserk does. Okay, a little lineup. Cute.
Flash coming out. He's gonna hit Lucid. Lucid is gonna take him down. Sheriff is gonna get Syndical as well. Last two members of this AB Plunkett team are gonna be up in heaven. Sheriff is gonna drop Fairy. Twizzlers with the Guardian. Let's see if he can get those critical shots down.
Yeah, probably just looking for exits here. It's looking rough. He doesn't have any utility to heal himself up, but looks like Winton's coming around.
Point coming in for sure. We'll see. It looks like Winton's just gonna hold it. Knows that Twizzler is gonna come down eventually. Who's not gonna be ready? Caught off guard. And Rosemont are gonna take it 6-3. The score.
Twizzler's got a fresh fade right there. Poor guy.
Here we go.
Right.
Timeout being signaled. MCAT, what is going on? What's running through your head right now?
Honestly, Rosemount just their slow creeps are kind of starting to work. I know we were kind of hating on them a bit, but they've decided to take the slow creeps up to mid, and getting those picks mid can be really beneficial. And you know, I think Tonka needs to play a bit more for the retake. Especially seeing Bread's positioning. Bread is always like the last to die somehow, but I feel like Bread should be sitting back farther on site, not taking a bunch of damage early, and then um, you know, coming with his team, using that Sky utility to retake the site. And I think that's just one way that you could play it. I think the way that Bread's playing it currently, it's working out for them. But yeah, it's just kind of slipping out of their hands. Econ hasn't really been the best, which can always make things difficult. Why is Jet? I'm gonna have a word with production because that just jump scared me. Wow, yeah, Bai's not looking good on Tonka's end. A little rough. We're cutting it close, but they gotta win this one. It's been slim pickings, but it looks like we're gonna have some duels mid, which is always great to see on Ascent.
Oh, that spectator threw me off. Okay, all right. So we got a B push coming out right here, kind of lingering. Winton watching over mid, seeing if anyone tries to poke out a tree. We've got 2 of Rosemont's members rotating around through A, trying to make it look good, like we're pushing over there, and hope that Tonka's going to fully rotate, leaving B wide open here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah, I think Rosemount made some noise here because Q Fairy did smoke that up pretty quickly. Could have just been reactionary. I think they might have saw Winton mid, but they're just kind of playing it slow. Here come the mind games that we were talking about a bit earlier briefly in the timeout. It's interesting. It's interesting to see. It's really about those first bloods, those picks, and that can really sway the game on a map like Ascent.
Careful now.
Oof. Bread with the 1-tap onto Sheriff. Winton with some nice shots on a Twister as well. Bread through the wall is going to get another one. Fairy's going to take down Cruel. Flyer is going to get down Syndical, and in a matter of seconds, both teams have lost some pretty crucial members here. Flyer is going to take down Berserk, leaving it a 2-on-2 as the spike goes down.
Yeah. They got the utility to win this. They just have to...
Ooh.
Wow. That's unfortunate. Definitely unfortunate. I think Q Fairy came out a bit early on that one. That's an angle that players need to be beware of. Just they can see the smallest fraction of your head and cut it right clean off. So unfortunately, Tonka is in kind of a bad position. Losing these rounds are really not helping them in their favor, but hopefully they can pick it up. I mean, I think Syndical might need to switch it up a bit. I think maybe we might get more value from the Killjoy utility if we put it mid or in tree or something, because this lane utility is pretty expected, but just based off of the way that Rosemount is playing, and when you play Killjoy, you definitely have to be reactionary to the enemy team and really notice how they're playing. I mean, here we go. We got a full B rush here, so looks like we'll get a lot of value out of this lane utility.
Go Berserk holding some angles in market with a Marshall trying to look through the smoke. Sheriff's just gonna walk right by. Flyer is gonna take down Syndical in the boathouse. Cruel is also gonna get Fairy, leaving this at 5-on-3. Shots, but is gonna connect, taking out Berserk and Bread as well, leaving Twizzlers the lone defender in the marketplace.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate round. The econ is a super big factor here, and Tonka just at the end of the day is going to have to get some rounds to really push out and get the better. I mean, they still have the betterment of the half, I guess. I corrected myself, but Twizzler's just looking for those exits, doing what he can to put some extra change in his pockets and see how it goes. Decides to show himself. Going for that plant or the defuse. He was close. Close.
Almost.
It was close.
Last round.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that Rosemount's taking these games off of Tonka, with such a strong start. It Kind of sucks to see them kind of fizzle out, but like I said, Tonka's real time to shine is that attacking half, so hopefully we'll get this round over with, swap sides, and it'll be like a breath of fresh air. Spring has sprung.
See, here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, we've dodged 9-3. You know, best case scenario, Rosemont wins this final round here, making it 6-6 going into the second half. And the worst thing that could happen is Tonka's up 2 rounds.
Right.
That's the thing, though, is that they opened up so well. So Rosemont really does want to kind of close that round gap there, leaving it in a little better shape for them going into the second half. A bunch of util being used in garage here. Omen smokes coming out from both sides. We got the Killjoy util all set up in a typical fashion. Kind of locking off that left side there.
Yeah, like
Red and Berserk. Oh, shots traded. Ooh, Winston's gonna take down Bread. Taps a little bit better for the Rosemont team here.
Berserk does his best to trade, but Winston's picking him up. Putting him on the roster.
Oh, just like that, he's down. Twizzlers gets 2 in tree. Almost gets a
made it
3rd.
3, but pistol. It's sleeper.
Planted.
2-on-3 situation. We've got Sky ult up, but Tonka does have that Killjoy ult up. We'll see if Syndical uses it, which he does. This is great.
I've got your trail.
No Sova ult up, so we pop the Sky ult. Revealing Sky's location here, though, it's pretty huge. She does have that little corner to hide in. But
oh, Flyer's gonna take out 2 from Wine, making it 6-6. Going into the second half.
Switching sides.
Here it is. Hopefully, it's just a clean reset. We don't have to worry about those silly little money things, economy, all that, you know. We got pistols here, and hopefully Tonka has a good start and keeps it that way. Otherwise, you know, Rosemount might be the underdogs here. They might come through and pull through on this. I was expecting a Tonka win, really, but it would be amazing to see another unexpected win today.
See, that's the thing, though. We always go in with an expectation of, okay, better record or better school in the past years, past seasons. You think they'd come out on top, but it's just never works like that. You know, we got a nice even talent spread for the Rosemont team. Tonka really having those 2 carry players in Bread and Twizzlers. It's looking like an A push here. But they're also split up pretty well, playing the default well, something Rosemont didn't take advantage of much the first half.
Right, yeah. They did opt for that kind of stack and wait and see mentality. Ooh.
Berserk's gonna try to peek out here, but get taken down by Sheriff, who's spraying over at tiles. Just happened to walk into the bullets there.
Yeah. You have to be careful about close peeking those ghosts because it's just a 1-tap if you don't have that armor, and it's a quick shot. You can fire it over and over, and it's definitely one of the better pistols for sure.
Especially up close like that. That tight recoil.
Makes your head pretty big for them, so yeah. I like the vision though. I like the vision. Berserk trying to trade out his friend. Yeah, here they go again. Just kind of playing it slow. They know they're a man
30
down.
seconds left.
They just have to do what they can while they can. Time is getting close, though. They've got to make this a fast push.
Running out. Flyer's going to take down Bread, though. Leaving it a 5-on-3. Kind of light on action in this pistol round here, but they are going to finally get onto this A site. Fairy's going to stick the plant. Timmy the turret's going to go up.
Syndical looks like he's got lineups here. Something super valuable for them on pistol round. Not much you can do. People are normally damaged, poked down. So now it's up to Q Fairy. They've got to push Syndical down there in line, but Q Fairy's not going to let that happen, right?
Molly goes out. There it is.
Wait.
Whole team knows.
The Molly wasn't on the bomb.
I think it was a missed lineup.
Yeah, the lineup missed, unfortunately. Oh. I did the first one hit. I didn't see it.
I don't think it did.
Yeah, I think they were landing in the same spot. Just that's unfortunate. Unfortunate miscommunication. Not sure if that lineup was meant for there or on the other side of Jenny, but regardless, unfortunate. Round does go over to the side of Rosemount, though. Exciting to see them kind of pick it up and keep that momentum from the last couple of rounds into the second half.
That's what I love, you know, when you kind of start out the game in a little bit rough position, but you come back, you tie it up the first half, and you carry over that momentum into the second half. It really lets your opponents know that you can handle anything. A full 5-stack onto A here. Shots coming out from Catflyer and Garage. Sheriff is also going to take down Twizzler. And Fred both go down, but Syndical and Fairy are going to get Flyer. Sheriff, Winton's also going to go down as well. So is Berserk, making it a 2-on-2 here.
Just
Last
low
player
on health
standing.
here. Syndical. Oh.
Cover going out.
Great angle from the two of them. Corral Stupendo.
One enemy remaining.
Has the guns, has the health, has the utility.
No, Syndical is under heaven right now. Kind of hanging out down there. Yep, Shock Dart coming out. Here we go.
Shock
Could
dart.
be the end.
Let's see who wins this one.
It's
There you
Cruel coming out on top. Another round for Rosemont here. 6 and 8 is the current score.
Yeah, it's
Tonka
definitely looking like the makings of a Cinderella story here for Rosemount. I mean, we had all these expectations for Tonka, and unfortunately, they're just not really picking up on what's making Rosemount so successful here.
See, that's the thing, though, is if you look at the scoreboard right now, we've got a nice even spread of the KD for Rosemont, right? But with Tonka, it's really Bread, Twizzlers, and kind of Fairy doing some stuff here. So if they go down, it's a really rough spot for Tonka to be in.
Yeah, I really consider Bread and Twizzlers, you know, the Wonder Twins, and I feel like once you lose one of them, what's the other without the other, you know? It's sad, it's unfortunate. But Bread opening up with the first blood on Sheriff, it's a huge pick.
Here we go. Round is in favor of Tonka right now. Twizzler's going to get Winton as well.
Healing over here.
Look at that. They're opting for that mid control. And I feel like every time they try to push B or A, it doesn't work. We just go mid. We play the gun game. Catflyer.
With the
Window
Marshall.
with that Marshall, yeah.
You can only do so much when you got 3 people pushing out at the same time. But it's going to take down Berserk, however, going to catch him on his own.
Placing spike planted.
Syndical opting for the easy lineups, not trying to go back into
Yep.
one and throw that up again.
We gotta go to the practice range. Try that again next time, but it's okay. Very close on Jenny. Pretty normal spot for an Omen here. But yeah, it looks like Rosemount opted for the save, so not much we can do here. Other than try and get their ones.
Oof. Getting shot from underneath.
Spectre, a dream, and utility. Corral picks up one on Bread.
Last player standing.
Oof, but gets sandwiched by all 3 remaining members of the Tonka team, who look to be taking this round with the spike detonation here.
Nice. That's huge for Tonka. They've got the money, they got the guns. I feel like definitely a confidence boost, telling us that we're still here, we're trying, we're fighting, and they're ready to claw their way back and close that gap, you know. Rosemount keeps grabbing those rounds on them, it gets closer and closer, and, you know, I'm going to say it, I do not want to see another overtime, but me just saying that means that we most likely will tonight. So we'll see what the cards have for us.
That's a jinx, is 100% what that is.
I doubt it. There's no way, again, I say something and the exact opposite happens. There's just no chance, no shot.
It's 7-8 right now, looking like a full B push here from Tonka, unless they opt for that mid control again. Might send a couple people that way, but looking like the whole team is going to come through garage. When smoke comes out, Fred's dog is going to miss Sheriff.
Yeah. But
Berserk is finished. Take him out. Goose is going to get one. Trade's going down. Cruel is gonna get bread as he drops down onto site. But Fairy's gonna clean it up.
Yeah, it looks like Bread was stuck in that reload animation, which was just some unfortunate timing there. You've got to clear that boathouse, or things can be lethal. It's 2-on-2. Zerk's got the angle. He's got the utility, but Catfire's here with Dog.
Let's see, now they know.
Last player standing.
Ooh.
Oh!
Two!
Double
at the same
swing.
time. I think we have our new Wonder Twins, Berserk and Q Fairy. They worked together beautifully on that. They played through the smokes, played off of their utility. They both were holding, you know, lane and CT, and that was it. That's all they needed to do.
A duo of duos showing off their synchronized skills there. And we've got the economy coming up on your screen again, ladies and gentlemen. Looking like another save round for Rosemont here, as Tonka is gonna fully buy. Hope to get onto this A site nice and quick here, and get
like
another round in the bag.
Rosemount must have been buying a bit more than they should have been. It's like 2 or 3 saves from what I've seen. Yeah, looks like just full A push here. Quinton holding his own back here on Jenny.
Here we go. Quinton's gonna
Takes
get
advantage
one.
of the chaos.
Blizzard's gonna take down Sheriff as well. Who's gonna peek out from heaven.
The Q Fairy here. Ooh.
Gonna get taken out by Cruel, who's then gonna get taken out by Berserk here. We've got 2 left for the Rosemont squad, and they're both up on
One
heaven.
enemy remaining.
Make that one as Lucid goes down to Twizzlers.
Catfire just jumping down. Another round for Tonka JV. The momentum kind of back in their favor. It's feeling good. They've got the lead now, so who knows where this game could go. Definitely another close one for sure. Sheriff was saving for that op this whole time.
See, but look at the round streaks we have here. So Rosemont has won 8 rounds, 7 of which were consecutive, carrying over into the second half here. But now Tonka is looking to start up one on their own, as they've won the last 3 rounds in a row. They're looking to take a 4th right here.
Sheriff trying to play off of his Sova's utility, but looks like they're not peeking it, but he just chips them on the shoulder. Oh, he feels bad about that one.
He takes a
He could have
break.
gotten 2 there, you know, if he hit that.
I love that he stopped moving there. He realized
I know.
it's a little
Poor
too
guy
early on the
was
shot.
just so disappointed by that, but it's okay. We move on. He knows they're coming over to A, so he's taking his position up in heaven. I like this tree push here.
5-stack entry, it could really work out for them, but it could also work out for the Rosemont defenders as well. You have the whole team siphoning through this one small area here, but it looks like it's going to work in Tonka's favor.
Be careful about getting KO back up on the match, because oh, there it is. That smoke is huge. But look at Q Berry right now.
Up.
Oh my
Smoke's gonna
God.
go down. He's gonna take down Lucid. Here we go. A 3-on-4 in favor of the Tonka team here.
3 for 3.
Oh, there's one up top.
Find their
No one-
toes.
No one can get the shot. Squire's gonna take down Berserk. Cruel's gonna try and drop down.
Last player
Dan's
standing.
running short, and looks like Twizzler's just there to clean it up. Yeah, Sheriff opting to save that off. Makes sense.
Gonna get... Just wow, honestly. Tonka has managed to take charge of this game for the 2nd time.
Right, yeah. I mean, expect the unexpected. You know, Sheriff unfortunately had a bad start with that op, but maybe it's different this time. Maybe he gets that 2K that he was desiring. I know he's bloodthirsty after that. He's ready to take another aggressive angle, get his one, and hopefully his fans watching at home get the clip for him. But yeah, it's a rough buy on the side of Rosemount here. You know, the op is a very expensive gun. It can be very deadly, but if they're running at you, you know, you're not really in the best position. It can make it kind of rough, and especially when your team's got things like Bucky's and stuff. It's going to be hard to get traded off here.
Really good for the one-on-ones. Not so good on the team attacks here as we have the entirety of Tonka pushing on to A. Here we go. Twizzler's going to open it up. We've got Berserk coming in through tree. Twizzlers is going to get a second. Might still be on the run it back. Never mind. The ult just goes down. Syndical is going to drop Lucid, leaving us a 5-on-2 in favor of the Tonka team as they're both stuck in heaven. But people are going to come in through tree. Syndical's going to get Sheriff, and Berserk is going to finish it off. 11-8 the score.
It looks like they just picked up the op. Now it looks like Sheriff's calling out a timeout. That's the second timeout this time, am I right?
I think they did take the first one.
Yeah, we did have a timeout first half, yeah. So yeah, definitely very close game. These guys are taking their time, thinking it out, trying to reassess, and just take a breather because it's getting close for Tonka, and it's not looking too hot, but we did see them kind of win streak a couple of rounds, so maybe they can do it again, even it up, and I don't want to say it, but overtime.
There it is. We do love overtime games.
Yeah. What do you think Rosemount's kind of struggling with here?
To be honest, I think they're just splitting up too much. They're giving up mid. Tonka takes a lot of their rotates through that. They don't really go through spawn. It's a huge waste of time to go that far because Ascent is a massive map. So they just take the shortcut through mid. I feel like if Rosemont can control that, they can definitely control the pace of this game and get some rounds back from this Tonka team here. And here we go, another spectator cam.
What is that? A bear?
What?
It's like a plushie.
That is
Reveal the location for us, please. It's like where's Waldo?
We're not gonna know. The world may never know where is the stuffed bear.
Yeah, I mean, and like you were saying, whenever we have an op, I feel like teams like to generally go for that mid play with it to hold, and especially since we've been running up there. So maybe next time Sheriff has the offense. He ran out of that dash though. Unfortunate.
Timing a crucial thing here today in the Mnvl. We saw it a lot last game, messing up a bunch of different teams. Great Omen smoke and the TP coming out. And now we've got kind of a bit of a standoff here, honestly.
They're a bit difficult here. It's just, I wonder if Tonka's just gonna decide to rotate, but look who's pushed up here. Twizzlers on the site. Immediately clears for his team. And look at them.
Molotov comes out as well. Bread's gonna go for the plant. Is extremely low on health, but throwing that fireball definitely pushed back. My defense is Cruel is gonna get 2, however, though, coming in on a nice little push from Tree.
I saw him creeping up there.
However, and is gonna get Flyer in heaven as well. All right, 12-8. Tonka is 1 round away from closing out this game.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, Rosemount really has made their stand, and I mean, let's see if they can work miracles this time. They've got the guns, it appears. They've got a couple of ults here. Or sorry, not the guns. They've got a bit of a weak buy this time around, but they do have those ultimates. They've got that Killjoy ult for retake, those jet knives, you know, don't really necessarily need a gun for that. And then you've got the Silva ult, which can be lethal on some parts of Ascent here.
It's just down to whether or not Rosemont can hold it. They just need 4 rounds to take it into overtime, whereas Tonka just needs 1 to close out this game. Looking a little bit worse for wear, but it is not something that is entirely out of reach for this team here.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Lucid has a pretty good angle on top of Jenny, but I think Tonka's opting to back out here and kind of work their way up mid, considering the amount of pressure that's over on A. And Killjoy's popping that ult, trying to tell Rosemount that they're coming A, but they're actually all running B, and they're going to get this site for free.
And here we go. This is that thing we were talking about during the timeout. You know, Rosemont does an excellent job of giving up mid to the Tonka team for them to just do with whatever they want. Berserk is going to take down Cruel. Man advantage in favor of Tonka, however. Sheriff is going to take down Barrier. as they try to get a sneaky little TP going up. The Blade Storm comes out as well to take down Twizzlers.
Spike planted.
Here we go. This is pretty big. Defender Killjoy ult pushing them back into Boathouse. 3 on 3.
Ooh, shots gonna be traded. Trade's going down.
Red definitely took some damage, but dealt some hefty stuff, and it's just Sheriff against the world. Look at this angle Syndical has here, though. It's really tough here for Sheriff to get this done, but he's gonna do his best with what he can, make his stand, his final shots on stream.
Ooh. Last Blade Storm's gonna go out, the Molly and the cementing kill from Bread. GG's all around. Tonka take the game 13-8.
Very well played game coming out of Minnetonka JV. They best the side of Rosemount 13-8 with some impressive attacking at the end. And man, what a tough situation for poor Sheriff coming down. That 2-on-1 is not a fun spot to be in. Those Killjoy lineups from CT. I mean, my goodness, what's the game plan there, right? Like, come on now. That's tough.
Yeah.
But overall, like, you know, a well-played game, back and forth, I believe like 8-7, right? At one point, like we were neck and neck. I was thinking we could be pushing for a second overtime game. That's your guys' luck. You bring the overtimes on the broadcast. It's going to be a shame when we lose you guys as interns, man, because that means the OT madness might go away. So we gotta use that up while we still have it. But overall, super fun cast. What were you guys seeing that Minnetonka JV were doing really well in that game?
I was seeing them honestly just read Rosemont really well. That was the thing, is that they started off doing pretty decently. They were down 8-7, like we said, but then those last 6 rounds attacking, they just knew exactly what Rosemont was doing. Rosemont kind of gave up mid most rounds, so Tonka was able to easily just take advantage of that and get from one side of the map to the other very easily. So I feel like that's what contributed to the JV win today.
Absolutely. Mid being such a pivotal piece of Ascent. We talked about it in the precast. We've talked about, I mean, you know, avenues that just open up along the map. There's so much more work that can be done through the middle of the map. And we just got confirmation that we will be having an interview lined up for you guys. So stay tuned just a little bit longer. We are going to have, I believe, Bread stepping onto the cast. So if you're a fan of Bread, you're going to want to hear him speak in a few moments. Don't go anywhere. A couple questions coming up for Bread after the break.
Let's go!
He just draws it out a lot more.
Yeah. Rupture Panda throwing that now. Rupture Panda taking off
it's
the
Hodgepodge.
It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge
coming in with the firebomb. That's gonna do it. Can't allow a freebie like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna land it. The rebound denied! Are you serious? Don't tell me the third! Take what? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He has it.
What?
What? From what?
He's running out of mana.
Oh.
But he's still bumping him.
You know we get it poppin' like.
Demolishing Immortals. No one should be allowed to do it. Alexis taking heads.
Lined up here for Alexis. It's 3K. Sarah moving in. What a flick! Oh my god, Mel's doing it! 3 kills.
My goodness, are you kidding me, Mel?
Noya just does it all. Alaric goes, and Noya just does it again.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our closing segments of the Valorant stream. We are now joined by Minnetonka JV's own Bread. Thank you for joining the broadcast. What an awesome showing on the map tonight. Bread?
Yeah, hello.
Yep. All right, sweet. I was worried for a second. I was like, oh no, did we lose him? No, you're here. That's great. All right, I'll start out the questions here, Mr. Bread. So defense, right? You guys started defender side, pretty even game. Rosemount giving you a little bit of a run for your money, but all of a sudden, halftime hits, you guys switch over to attack and you go on an absolute tear. I kind of want to know, what do you guys credit having such a good attacking side to?
I guess just like the communication that we had. We just kept on talking about like plays and like how to push in together, where everyone should be. That really helps.
Absolutely. Not a bad thing at all. Communication definitely can set up for some dynamic and explosive attacks. I mean, you guys string together 6 unanswered rounds to come through for the victory. So I think job well done on the attacker side. Friend zone, what do you got for Mr. Brad?
To build off the communications, I believe Rosemount signaled for both timeouts, correct?
When we were on defense, we signaled out.
Gotcha. Well, either way, to build off the communication, what did you guys discuss during both those timeouts? Because it seemed that after both of those, you were on a roll.
Yeah, so especially on defense when we needed it, we thought we just told everyone where they should play, when they should back off. We had everyone peek off a flash at the same time. Just explain to everyone what they should be doing when, make it more simple.
For sure. Brad, I want to ask you a big question here. This is one we were talking about for a little bit. We know you guys are underneath the current defending state champs for our Valorant League Minnetonka main roster, but you guys putting up a 6-2 regular season is a very, very good sign, right? I mean, coming in as a JV squad, you guys are competing against other varsity caliber teams. What does that mean to you guys as a team to be able to compete at this level?
It feels like we're at the skill level like most varsity teams,
Absolutely.
Knowing our varsity team that's doing is really good, and we think our goal at least, to beat them.
Obviously,
yeah,
that's a good goal, man. I mean, the credit, it's awesome because some of the top schools, give credit to you guys and give credit to Apple Valley to have such a good JV squad. You got to have an amazing top tier team, right? Both of the 2 teams to win a state championship, you guys at Minnetonka and Apple Valley have exceptional players coming underneath. And I'm sure that it's just awesome to get to learn and practice with such amazing players at your school. So really awesome to see what you guys are doing, Brett. It makes me super happy to see you guys be able to compete at this level. And I hope to see you guys perform well at state finals, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Brett, this final moment is your time, my man. You get shout out time, teammates, friends, family, a coach, a pet, anybody you got. This time is yours.
Let's give a shout out to Alex the Goose, Berserk, Syndical, Fairy, and our sub Aspectix. Can't forget about him.
Can never forget about a sub.
Yeah.
Can never.
He's came in clutch lots of times.
I believe it. I mean, dude, subs are just as much a part of a team as a starter. All right, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But Brad, thank you for joining us on the interview desk. You played excellent tonight. We are very much looking forward to seeing both Minnetonka squads come the Mnvl state finals, man. Just 2 weeks away. Are you excited or what, Brad?
I am really excited. Ready to take it home.
Let's go. Let's go. We will see you there. You have a good rest of your Wednesday night, and we will talk to you more soon, Brad. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Absolutely. Friend zone. Fun little interview there. At first it was hard to get him going, but then Brad showed up to the party, baby.
Broke him out of that plastic bag. Took the little zip tie thing off, and we got him going.
Got him buttered up just a little bit, enough to get that ball rolling. But oh man, it was a fun stream. Happy as always to be casting some Valorant, man. It is a treat to be here. Happy to have you alongside me, friend zone. Unfortunately, MCAT had to go get the dress tailored up and ready for prom. So that is a major priority, and that's got to get taken care of. Folks, we will catch all of you guys back here tomorrow. We have Smash Bros. Divisionals lined up. That is going to be quite exciting. So make sure you don't miss any of that action and you tune back in. I think we're live an hour early tomorrow as well. So if I'm wrong, don't be too surprised, but there's a chance I'm right. I think I'm right. So you guys go ahead, make sure you tune in an hour early tomorrow for some Smash Bros. Crew battles divisionals. I think it's going to be pretty epic. For now, though, we say goodbye, and we'll say till tomorrow. Catch you guys later.